Hey guys, so I have a miscellaneous entertainment haul to share with you, and I know that sounds like a really weird title. I have books, movies, music, and a TV series to share with you that I've purchased recently. I'm going to start with the music because I have it in my hand. I purchased a physical copy of the Lana Del Rey Born to Die album. I have a digital copy, but I want a physical copy. I think this version sounds a lot better. And I'm just going to make a quick statement as to why I like CDs over MP3s. I'm not going to go on a lengthy tangent because I've tried to film this like 3 times and gone on really lengthy tangents about why I don't like MP3s. But I'm just going to do it really quick. To me, an MP3 is like an airbrushed audio. It's so smooth and everything has been filed down and it almost sounds flat. Whereas this, when you listen to it, you can hear the cracks in her voice sometimes. You know, you can hear the notes not quite hit. You can hear that she's standing in a room. You can hear the space around her. You can hear crackles. It has like audio texture, whereas MP3s are airbrushed audio, if that makes sense. I don't know if those are like correct terminology to use, like audio texture. Is that really a thing? I don't know. But I would rather listen to a CD because I have it. I can touch it. It's here. It's mine. It's actually mine. It's not something floating away in infinity. Some energy has gone into the production of this. What can I say? I'm old school. It took me until 2006 to give up cassettes. Okay. That's all I have to say. So I got Lana Del Rey, Born to Die. I got the Moody Blues. If you don't know who the Moody Blues are, they wrote that song Nights in White Satin, and that's the name of the album, Nights in White Satin, the collection. And it starts off with a live version of Nights in White Satin in Wembley, I think. Recorded at Wembley in 1970. And then the rest of it's a greatest hits album. It's good. It's freaking good. This was one of my dad's favourite bands when he was younger. Like when he was about my age. And I don't know, I've just kind of developed a taste for them from him. And I really, really like this album. If you want reviews of any of these, I'll quite happily do one on the blog. This is Zola Jesus. I don't know how many people have heard of Zola Jesus, but she is like, she sounds a lot like Florence Welch, but like electronica queen. This is got great bass to it, it's got great harmonics to it, it's emotionally powerful in its lyrics. It's the kind of music that you listen to and you get shivers up your spine. So this is Zola Jesus. What's the album actually called? Conatus. Can you see that? Kind of. Yeah, that's what the album's called. I got a greatest hits of The Doors because it's kind of essential listening. And Nick loves The Doors, and I'm quite getting into The Doors actually. And I got The Constant by I Blame Coco. This is quite quirky. It's a bit Fiona Apple-ish. I really, really like it. It's a bit Fiona Apple-ish and oh, I can't remember the name of the other girl. If I remember, I will look up and I will put it here. She wrote a song called Ghost, or I'm a Ghost, which is really good. I will leave a link to that song in the info box. I bought Red by Taylor Swift because I've heard 3 songs from this album on the radio and I find myself jiving away to them whilst I'm making coffee every day and singing, and they get stuck in my head and I feel like I need to listen to this whole album. And it's a 16-track album, which is amazing. That was one of the things that I don't like about a lot of modern artists. Like, they'll put out a CD and it'll have 8 tracks on it and it's like, what? Really? 16-track album. That is a hunk of music right there. And then we have the XX, Coexist. I love the XX's first album. I believe the first album was just called XX. This one is Coexist. 2 amazing songs off of this are Chained and Try. As you can see, it's still in the plastic. Again, this is an album that I also have a digital copy of. But I want the physical copy because it will sound better through speakers. Guilty pleasure moment right here. This is the Vampire Diaries. I got it from HMV for £17. This is the 3rd season. I have the 1st season. I still need to get the 2nd season. I have been watching this online, so I'm about halfway through the 4th season. It's good. It's really good. It's really cheesy and like, oh, but I love it. So I picked up the 3rd season. Now for movies, I got Red Riding Hood with Amanda Seyfried and Gary Oldman. I know this is a retelling about Red Riding Hood. I'm not actually sure what the film is about. I've never actually seen it. I really wanted to go see it in the cinema, but no one would go with me, so I ended up just purchasing it. Another same story, Salt with Angelina Jolie. Really intrigued by this. I will watch anything with Angelina Jolie in it. There are 4 actresses that I will see anything that they make. Helen Bonham Carter, anything she's in I will watch. Anne Hathaway, love her. Keira Knightley, she's period drama queen, that girl. And then Angelina Jolie. I just think she's so glamorous, and yeah. I blame hackers. Hackers got me hooked on her. I got my own copy of Jane Eyre. I bought a copy of this I went in to see this with my mother, and then I bought a copy for her birthday. And I don't want to have to ask to borrow it every time I want to watch it, so I bought a copy for myself and it was only £3, so it's cool. But yeah, this is possibly one of my favourite versions of Jane Eyre. I've yet to see the early adaptations by the BBC, but this is probably one of my favourite ones. I got a box set of Greta Garbo. I love old movies, black and white movies, Shanghai Express, Blonde Venus, The Women, the original version of The Women. You guys need to check that out, even if you have to like download that illegally. I know I shouldn't condone it, but it's no longer in production and it's probably the only way you're gonna get to see it. But it has Joan Crawford in it and it's really good. It's better than the remake, trust me. So comes with two cases with 2 DVDs in each. One has Anna Christie and Matt Harry. I've watched Matt Harry as soon as I bought it and it was like, it's awesome. And this one has Queen Christina and Anna Karenina. That was one of the reasons I bought this, because I wanted to see this version of Anna Karenina. I love the Keira Knightley version, and I can't wait till it comes out on DVD because it will be straight in my collection. Not just because of Keira Knightley, but because it's a really good film. I love the way that I love the director's take on it with the stage, and you know, it's good. Okay, I can't go into too much detail without spoiling the film, but it's sort of like portraying how Russian society, when you're out in public, is like being on stage, and everything happens backstage is like all hush hush. It's a really good film. I would highly recommend it. Just saying. And next for books, I had a £10 gift card for the loyalty stamp system they have in Waterstones. Ooh, hiccups. And I also had a £15 gift card from Christmas, so I had fun with that. I picked up Pandemonium by Lauren Oliver. I have Delirium, I've read it, I really freaking loved it. I think I did a review with it on my book blog. If I have, I will leave a link to that in the info box. But I'm dying to read this. But I've set myself a book list, so I will add this onto the end of the book list. I picked up the second book in the Infernal Devices, Clockwork Prince. I have already read this. I borrowed it from the library, but I wanted to have my own copy, so I bought my own copy. I think that's it for the young adult fiction. I bought this one, The Stranger's Child by Alan Hollinghurst. I picked this up in Tesco once and read the back of it and thought, ooh, this sounds very intriguing. It says, in the late summer of 1913, George Saul brings his Cambridge friend Cecil Valance, a charismatic young poet, to visit his family home. Filled with intimacies and confusions, the weekend will link the families forever, but its deepest impact will be on George's 16-year-old sister, Daphne. As the decades pass, Daphne and those around her endure startling changes in fortune and circumstances. Reputations rise and fall, secrets are revealed and hidden, and the events of that long ago summer become part of a legendary story told and interpreted in different ways by successive generations. Powerful, absorbing, and richly comic, The Stranger's Child is a masterly exploration of English culture, taste, and attitudes over a century of change. So yeah, I thought it sounded good, so I picked it up. I got Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn because absolutely everybody has been talking about this. Everybody has been talking about this. It's about a guy who wakes up and finds out he's killed, and guy who wakes up and his wife has been murdered or is missing, and people blame him for it, but he doesn't remember anything about it. That's all I know about that. I picked up Breakfast at Tiffany's by Truman Capote, or Capote, however you want to say it. And I've been told that this version is vastly different to the film adaptation. For starter, Holly Golightly is a prostitute. And the mafia is supposed to be more prevalent in this. And this version also has 3 short stories: House of Flowers, A Diamond Guitar, and A Christmas Memory. So I technically got 4 books in one with this one. That's cool. And I got Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This is geekdom right here. Flat out geekdom. Heard so many reviews on this. It sounds really good. I'm not going to read the synopsis to you on this one because it'll take too long, but it sounds a lot like a film called Gamer, I believe, which is a film where like people hook into this game and they fight each other, and there's like convicts and stuff. I don't know, okay. I can't remember what it's actually about, but it's a film called Gamer, and it was really geeky and cheesy, but it was good. So I would check that out if you can. And the last book is Lace by Shirley Conran. I think this is Jasper Conran's mother, because in the dedication says this is for my son Sebastian Conran and Jasper Conran. So maybe it's her son, he's her son. The designer from Debenhams. I don't know. But this is a fairly hunky book. It's like 700 and odd pages. It's like 750 pages or so. I actually couldn't not read it. I'm already like quarter of the way through. I know I have a book list and I was already in the middle of reading a book, but this just needed to read it. Says 1980, in Manhattan's most exclusive hotel, four friends come face to face with a young megawatt film star. She has a question for them that has brought her from the streets of Paris to the playgrounds of the rich and famous, and it has almost destroyed her. Which one of you bitches is my mother? It's good. I swear it's good. Like it starts with a pretty graphic abortion scene in Paris in the early 60s, and then it goes on to being in the 80s Manhattan, where, you know, all these women, you get a little bit of backstory in each woman, and then they all meet up in a hotel, and this actress girl walks in and says, which one of you bitches is my mother? And then it cuts back to the 50s, where the four women originally meet each other as girls, and how their friendship develops, and then it continues on from there. I've no idea where the story is going to lead, but I really, really like it so far. It's just one of those big epic things that you guys know I like. It's kind of up there with Valley of the Dolls and Forever Amber. But yeah. So that is the end of my haul. I apologise for this being a really lengthy video. If you want any reviews on any of these things, then feel free to comment below and I will try and get those up on my blog for you. I promise to be a bit more consistent with my blog. It's just lately I've been so epically tired. It's like unreal. I'm actually at the point where I'm thinking maybe I should go to the doctor. I might have like an iron deficiency or something. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.